We need to remember who we hate and who we like.
Was the show boring then?
Who we are. I don't think nominations are who we are.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But that's expected on the final week.
I just think
also, like,
nominations
we
are
knew it
not
was
who
gonna
we
be
are. They're
so
just what we
boring.
had to do.
If they were just cutting us today, you know, we were just like doing nothing all day.
Yeah,
like,
we just cuddle each other.
cuddling each other for comfort.
And they were saying, like, oh, but they've said this about them in the past and all that bullshit. I'm not even going to go into it. But you can imagine it's a load of tittle-tattle, and so that's what they were using kind of to bolster their positions. So X said this about Y.
Is Big Brother. Refreshments are available for housemates to collect in the storeroom.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was coming back. Because I thought vote to evict, I might have Wales against me.
I know you're pissed.
Also, I noticed something about your anecdotes, because you seem to tell a lot of bloody anecdotes.
What's anecdote?
Although Henry did a shit job.
Did you see my face? I was like, thank you. And just kept moving over.
The hat. I don't think Big Brother should have told you to wear that hat.
I love that hat.
No, the other one. Because they just gave it
Did you see
away.
when we were all outside, like, he's acting so weird.
Yeah. And then Henry was in the diary room saying, oh, I think I've done okay. I don't think anyone suspects me. And then it cut to you all talking.
Well, no, because basically I didn't
We
want
were
to
up there hiding because we were like, he's being so weird, and we were like, we can't trust anyone.
I didn't want to say that they suspected me because I thought that they would then fail.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was an
I said from the minute you left,
Jewels in the glass.
in the final.
Oh, thank you.
So
You said some... You all were really nice, to be honest.
You deserve the niceness.
I know, I wish you'd slagged me off.
Why? Why do you wish that?
Because then I would have had some ammunition and go bang, bang, bang. But
I need more
We're kind of
props.
nice.
yeah, you were, and...
Please say it's the
my life. But then when I got to the diary room, I just accepted it. I thought, this is me, I'm gone.
Because you were the first person, you were sitting next to me, and we didn't even really get to say bye. It was just like, it was just goodbye.
I wouldn't deep it.
And you were on my
They only
bloody
saw
bed
bits.
Was I?
Yeah, you were sat on it, and that offended me.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did actually?
No, not actually, a little bit. I like, get him off my bloody bed.
Sorry.
No, it's a good joke.
I know.
Yes. But no, it was fun, I suppose. What? What's up?
I said yours probably needs topping up as well.
Oh, right.
And these ones.
And we were saying how unfair it was that, like, you and Tom, and even more so Tom, got, like, their fate taken away from you. Did you hear that?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, it wasn't, like, I mean, we decided the fate
I'm so sorry to be lovey-dovey, but I really
That's what we kept saying. We were like, if we knew it was fate in our hands, it could have maybe been different. But we didn't. But we didn't know.
Use it to the public vote, not to get you evicted from the house.
But then you did put them up for the public vote. You realistically did.
I was so messed up about that in the diary room.
Yeah, we saw how emotional you seemed afterwards.
He was, like, genuinely.
I was in shock.
And all I kept saying was, it's a really weird feeling because I feel guilty that I'm still here. Gutted that my friends have left, but kind of relieved for myself as well. But I feel guilty for Matty having to feel the way that he does as well.
I felt like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
We all
It
talked
felt
about
like a
that.
fluke.
And I did say something like, of course they're going to be happy because there's, you know, there's closer to the final. There's a strong chance they're going to be finalists.
But it took us a long time to get to that. It was only last night because I've said it, like, I feel like there are so many, like, characteristics between the three of you that I know the public will love, and it's a shame you've not had a chance to hear that for yourself on Friday. So I think it's so important to have to go and me stay when I've been in the firing line so many times.
Welcome back.
Cheers, welcome back, Jordan.
Welcome home, Jordan. It's great to have you.
I know, nice to see you again.
Sorry to bring bad news. And
cheers.
I just wanted to be honest, like, you know,
No, I get
cheers.
that.
But it also doesn't sound like all the stuff you said actually.
Sit down.
That what you heard was actually.
I mean,
the cans in the fridge.
Nice.
They didn't really target. Well, we didn't really say things about specific people. It was more the collective.
I thought we were all like moved on and we were happy and we were all close.
Yeah, but we did observe that you were very paranoid about
I
it.
remember that.
Yeah.
All of us.
Well, yeah, because wanting to get from A to B, you'd always accompany each other. And...
Yeah, because you just all three of you.
Because he's all just disappeared and me and Ewan had to fucking kick someone off the sofa.
Jake and Tom to fall through a trap door in the jail cells.
Oh, but yes, it was an experience.
That's insane.
I know.
How cool for you
Me
to
and
survive
bloody
that.
Jenkin too, of all people. Well, Tom was, yeah, we had a disagreement about why he nominated me, but otherwise Jenkin and me.
Did you just patch up on the first night, or did it take you a while?
You're both fab.
I don't think we patched up as such. We just learned to live with each other.
He said such nice things to you when you came in.
I know, I wasn't expecting all of that.
Well, because they were like, don't cry, you'll be fine. We're
And
rooting for you.
Sometimes people's expectations of you can be unfair.
What, do you think overall?
It's just that we heard.
I didn't think I bitched much in the house anyway. And then Tom said something like, oh, well, Jenkin and me bitch all the time. So I don't think the comments were ad hoc. I don't think they were made there and then they probably, it's been building. Because from day one I've noticed.
Big Brother. Would Olivia come to the diary room?
From day one I've noticed Yin Run looking at the cameras and that's what they said. Just to be as honest as I can be. Yeah. But then the thing is, I do it too. And Tom was also confused because with other people, you seem to, like when Matty will say something borderline, well, not really, but like borderline sexual, like a joke. And then you will laugh or chuckle or something. And Tom was going, oh, why didn't she chuckle with me? Why is it a problem if I do it? But then, of course, you don't have the relationship with Tom.
Inappropriate jokes?
No, just like innuendos or something.
Yeah, but I think his delivery is different.
Yeah. And also the relationship is different.
Yeah, if someone that you're used to hearing that from says it in a way
sorry,
that you're
I just used you as
comfortable with.
like because you were sat right next to me.
Oh, but
No, but if anyone were to do that.
Yeah.
But sometimes Matty never apologized to me. Oh, sorry, Yingren, for the language. Tom apologized to me all the time.
Oh, right.
Sorry for the language, Yingren. So he is aware of something might be a little bit over to me, what he said. But Matty, when you tell me something, you don't feel like you need to apologize to me. This is...
Yeah, that's just that's what they said.
Yeah, thank you.
And I, because I've got a much better relationship with you than they have, I was prepared to listen to what they had to say, but then when I was looking at the tapes, I didn't really see any of it. So I didn't see what they were talking about, honestly.
And I think that's fair enough because I did choose him twice.
Yeah.
Jenkin twice for the Hunger Game and yesterday. Tom twice.
Yeah. But Noki, you were the breakout star with your performance.
Noki Minaj.
And Jenkin and I were both talking about you too and how we're so glad that we did get close to you. And Jenkin was very pleased with himself that he didn't nominate you, as was I, although by that stage, by where we'd gotten by then, I was never going to do it.
Well, I said to both of you as you left that I can't explain to you how much it means to me because you have so much paranoia. And then when you do those face-to-face nominations, you have to be brave in the sense that even if you have paranoia, if your gut's telling you that someone is like, you've got a good relationship building with someone, you have to go with it. And my gut told me that for both you and Jenkin, we've come such a long way. So I couldn't nominate
and I knew
either
that when I was deciding my nomination, so I got no chance am I going to nominate
That would have made me feel so insecure.
Absolutely. So I'm so glad I didn't either. And apart from Halloween, bloody hell, Noki.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
She didn't even talk about that much.
I did.
Has she been talking about it much?
But the oat milk, when we were deciding that, honestly, I was on the floor laughing.
No, because it was
so obvious then, but he was going crazy.
Storeroom?
Yes.
Because also we were trying to think of a theme for the task, but there was no theme. It was like push
it was Henry, or was it always going to be?
It was always going to be you. Henry must say yes to anything.
Because you did say that.
Yeah. Like,
so he was yes, 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 and we just thought that would be so funny and random because about the ice smelling peculiar.
And we also said like basically they listened to us so much.
That's what I was going on about
they
earlier.
Listened so much. How did they pick up about the ice?
Because you said that, I thought, oh wow, Matthew's kind of knows what's going on.
The Olivia part I found hilarious.
Yes, and it was funny when you were saying, oh, we haven't had a task today, and you just worked Henry out.
Did you see me say that? I was like, oh, and he was like, why are you being weird? And I was like, oh, I can't say that. I'll tell you later. And he was like, what do you mean? And I just said, oh, it doesn't matter. We've not had a task.
Because you were trying to flirt with Matty. Then Matty started speaking about this anecdote.
And then I wasn't listening.
Yeah, and you're just going on and on, and Henry couldn't get a word in edgewise.
I couldn't because it was like, tell him this, and you were just going on. He was like, interrupt him and tell him you're getting lost.
We're glad Jordan's gone. Yeah. Maybe we can get closer.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, maybe. I don't know what I said. I think I was just like, all right. It was all very out of place.
But yeah, it was draining.
I'm so happy I had a secret mission, even if I was shit at it.
So all you had to do was just watch us all day. That's so boring.
Honestly, it was.
That's really.
I think we found it difficult to watch you, not only because we'd been evicted, but because of the situation we were in. It was mind-numbing to be in that room.
For like that 48 hours, it's a long time.
And then the conversations when we're hearing them, we can't participate.
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do? And just listening, and you've got this huge
and like
house.
the content, I'm sure you've.
It was so nice of Tom to say that he thought I was his winner.
Yeah. But now I'm back, bitch. No, I'm kidding. One of the last things I said to you was, if you win, give me some.
He said it back. He said it the other day. He was like, did you hear what Jordan said? And we were like, no. I was like, and then I think we were like, typical Jordan. Because I was like, I'm not surprised he said that.
Honestly, I thought we were done. I thought that, right, whoa. Not how I expected to go, but I'm
you
gone.
having to...
I was thinking...
You having to leave in the dress. We were like, Jordan left in the dress.
And then you left your wig, and I just had your wig.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, we had things. Yeah, to a cheer or boo. And we were just sat there.
Did you boo me?
Yeah. Sorry. It's tough love, Yenran. It's got to be done.
Did you boo Freddie?
Yeah.
Freddie.
But Noki, we loved your performance. Because when you were on there doing that, we didn't see Noki. We saw someone else.
You saw Noki Minaj.
But it was so good to see you let loose like that. It was so that's why you were the winner.
Thank you guys. It meant a lot to me.
But
I think we were secretly hoping for a backing track.
I know.
At first we wanted to rig it so that you would win because we felt sorry for you for being shit in a secret task.
He was actually funny. I thought you would have applauded that. Did you not think he was funny with his impressions?
Why? It was terrible.
No.
Why?
What, you just didn't laugh at any of them?
Not really. Why did I only have one line?
Sorry.
So...
Do you not like it when he got Noki's lip gloss out and started doing Halloween?
I wanted a pen and paper.
Oh yeah, that was okay.
That was very good.
Yeah. But I've already had. No, I won't say that.
Go on.
No, we all had a whiskey to, you know.
Calm the...
Fine.
I said something in there.
Okay.
I fucking hate that dressing gown.
The Paddington Bear.
Yes, and then when we said that, we were watching TV, and it cut to, you were all in here, but it cut to the bedroom, your dressing gown hung on the wardrobe, so the camera people were listening to us and reacting.
I hate you. I mean, okay.
And Matty was sat there eating earlier, and it would zoom in on Jenkins' face, then zoom out, and then we saw Matty again, and it would zoom in on Tom's face and zoom out.
What was I eating?
What were you eating?
This morning. It wasn't today, it must have been yesterday.
No, it was the bagels, I think.
I was facing that way though.
No, what were you eating yesterday?
I was facing that way.
It might have been yesterday. What?
Was it this? Was it going from my face straight there?
It might have been the stew. Yeah, no, it was the stew.
Yeah, but I was facing that way both times.
There was one time when you were facing that way.
This way?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, both days. That's so funny.
But yeah, and so they just zoomed out.
That's so funny.
Oh my God, this morning, you were vexing us all with this bloody bagel talk. We just thought, eat the bloody bagel. It was really a big event.
Yeah, we were sat there having
I don't think they'll get rid of any more now.
I don't think so either. Because
Thursday night.
It's literally after tonight. It's two. I think today was the last opportunity. I think to get.
But how can people vote out of 6?
They will. They've done it before.
They can do it.
Win,
yeah. Like celebrity ones, they always used to have 6 in the final.
So in most Big Brothers, they have 6 in the final.
And on the penultimate night, so the first day, they do like an award show. And they show us clips, and then we have to vote. Yeah, and then a dinner.
Oh no, 2 nights ago, sorry, when she was talking about like drinking and we were all in the bathroom, like I feel like the intentions were good. She was trying to be caring about her friend.
I think maybe for him it was probably tough that she hadn't said that to him while he was here.
Yeah.
But
I think Tom and Jenkins, sorry to interrupt, just felt a bit dismissed. That's what they were getting at. But what were you going to say?
From Olivia.
Say, like, Olivia is like, she's a very resilient person, and even if she doesn't say out loud how much people mean to her and what her feelings are, they're there. But she was trying to make the best of her situation. Think of it this way: like, she gets on with all of us. However, her usual people are not here.
Yeah.
So she never made it a secret. She was like, Noki, you're my like last friend here. Then she said you guys as well. But like, she felt alone. And when you're in that situation, it's rubbish because you feel like the odd one out. So she was trying her best to be integrated and like be at home in this house very quickly. And I think they probably just didn't recognise that
I think
perspective.
the pace of integration probably to them was baffling. They thought, how has she done this so quickly? What's going on?
But I think
it wasn't ever, I don't know how you two felt, it was never forced.
Yeah.
It was very natural, and like, if we only had each other 5 in the house, there was 3 of you that left, we were like sticking together, and it wasn't by like, we were forcing it, it would just felt natural that we were like the
because it was like, none of us.
I'm sure you never saw 2 separate cameras. We were in the same room all the time for 2 days straight now. We've never left each other's sight.
Did you see how we were like terrified of going anywhere on our own?
Yeah, we saw all that. Like even the hatch this morning.
Were you annoyed? I bet you were annoyed when we would scream every time Big Brother would talk to us. Did you see that?
When Big Brother...
I come to the house.
Do you know, sometime, I don't know, but Big Brother, when he got... Last night, I just thought...
We thought someone could be coming back in the house.
That is so long.
We thought one of you could be coming back in the house, but we thought you were evicted in the hotel. And then the option would be one of you to come back, and we said not one of them would choose to come back in the house if they've already been in the hotel.
Because they were very keen from the start, they didn't want to come back in. Although I think they secretly did. I was thinking, I don't know, I think they were getting ready. I was thinking, shut up, you're not bloody going anywhere. We're going into the garden.
Because at that time we thought we were going
we
though.
saw we are going, I saw one of us are leaving tonight.
What I felt for you guys as well is that, like, you would have spent the time between, like, being on this sofa to the diary room, and even while you're in the room thinking, I'm going home. So to have to switch your brain
absolutely.
backwards and forwards must be really taxing.
Because it was so shocking at first, but then in the diary room, I'd accepted
So you went to the diary room. You didn't. We all thought you just left through the task doors and you were gone.
No, we went to the diary room.
They told you to sit down.
Yeah, and then he said, Jordan, do you have any final words? I said, good riddance. And then there was like, Tom, do you have any final words? Jenkins, do you? And then he said, you have not actually been evicted.
Oh my!
There is a Big Brother spare room. And then we had to go there, and I just thought,
I'm in so much
goodness
shock.
sake.
I honestly feel like I'm seeing a ghost right now.
Well, I'm here.
Oh my God.
But when we were evicted, just like that, the click of a finger, I thought, whoa.
It was just like, you got 60 seconds to say goodbye. I was like...
But Jenkins reminded me, I was at the door pushing it, trying to get away.
You were trying to get out.
But I thought, yes, I can get drunk.
The wig was just standing there.
We're saying, oh, I hope Jordan's hungover in bed. Well, I bloody wasn't. I was stuck in that room with those two.
Oh, yeah, when... Each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes you build a narrative about someone because you don't spend a lot of time with them, and then when you're with them, you're like, oh, it's a bit embarrassing, actually, because I really
But Jenkins can be as cynical and as pessimistic as I am, so that's probably why we just didn't get on it.
That's both too cynical.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have that similarity,
you can clash.
Yeah, it clashes.
A bit,
it makes you clash, which is such a shame.
But I'm glad they got to go out together for later in life, because Jenkins, you know, he really wanted to go with Chanel, but he's gone with Tom, and Tom's gone.
But
with
how are they? Are they on the Late in Life now?
Yeah, they've gone straight to.
How does everyone know about this?
When that thing opened, I think they just probably walked.
How does everyone know about this?
I think this was announced 24 hours ago, and so then people would have started voting.
From last night.
But they've not seen today's Cowboy episode though.
No, they wouldn't have.
It's a bit weird.
They will be watching Late in Live. And they already know the result.
They did say, just so
but they'll only see people in
the last part of the final reckoning.
I thought that as well, and he said that as well, the last part.
Did you say the last part of the final reckoning?
Yeah, it was the last part of the final reckoning.
Yeah.
So I think the final reckoning was just
the last.
He definitely said that.
Because I don't think they'll have us nominating again now.
Oh, it'll be silly because we all know what each other's...
We all knew they wanted to do face-to-face nominations. They've done it.
We've shown our hand now. There's no way we can nominate.
My jumper has a fucking rip in it.
Why?
Oh, no.
I don't know. So we've had to safety pin. I probably just never noticed it before, but I was going like that and... But,
did you hear what they were saying to us in here when you were out there?
What? No.
It was like, there are 3 outlaws in the garden.
We didn't... Yes. And then I saw Jenkins' face and I was like...
Yes.
Jenkins really wasn't happy.
No, he didn't look happy.
His statement was very, like, to the point. He scared the life out of me. I was like, is it me, Jesus?
I think he was just a bit pissed off.
The whole situation.
Other than Olivia, I guess none of you were particularly close to him, other than you've been building a relationship with him.
Yeah,
so I think it was just...
Did he give me some love?
I wasn't particularly surprised at him nominating us two.
Oh, no. I mean, Jenkin and I, we both knew we were going to nominate each other. That was just... So I wasn't offended by his nomination. Tom's nomination pissed me off. I think it would come back to haunt me.
No, we were saying that. We were saying that. We were like that comment. Like we were like that comment dug Jordan's grave in the end because that was the end of the end.
But honestly, I accepted Tom's apology because I thought, you know, he was just trying to find a reason for somebody. Was I surprised and disappointed he nominated me? Of course, because he always says to me, would say to me, Jordan, we have so much in common. Jordan, let me do this to you. Jordan,
but also, it was splitting hairs at the end.
Yeah,
it was like everyone was friends with everyone.
Which is why I was so willing to hear his apology. And
if there was 16 of us still, maybe it's a bit. Yeah.
No, but Tom and I, we made up, and I'm so glad Tom was in that.
I love Tom.
Yeah.
Upon reflection, would I have wanted to do that with anyone else other than Jenkin and Tom? Fuck yes. But was it as bad as I expected? No. Did I enjoy both of their companies? Yeah.
It's nice that you've left with a better impression of them. So in that respect, it was productive time.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
and it's healed your.
Yeah. I mean, they're good people. We just don't see eye to eye on everything.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm sure they can if Jenkin's saying, oh, you need to remember who you are, he can maybe understand that that we all became closer in the house as a family.
Yeah,
I'm sure people will point that out to him.
And I think the last 2 days, seeing that really kind of inspires me a little bit because because today, especially today, we will all be burdened by the fear, by the paranoid fear.
So get ready for the soppiness, Jordan.
Letting people down without even knowing that you had people to let down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It just feels like, we've all been saying it feels like imposter syndrome, like that we're all here. But then it kind of feels like two people on the other side of a TV screen had made their mind up that it was and that it should be Tom here. And it feels like people who should be kind of rooting for you aren't rooting for you. Do you know what I mean? It's just a strange feeling.
Yeah. Like.
But it's fine.
It was hard, me and Yinrun making that decision, and I feel like it is a little bit hurtful to me because of course our decision wasn't perfect and of course it wasn't right. Of course it's not fair that we played God in that. Of course it wasn't.
But you didn't even know that that's what you were doing.
But we tried to, I hope that people can see that we tried to act as kind and as fair as possible. You know, like we're not, I don't know.
That's what I mean, like, you might understand what I'm saying when I say, like, it feels like I've let people down without even knowing that there was people to let down. Thank you.
Does anyone want a drink?
Yeah.
And could I just say, although I'm glad it wasn't, I honestly thought they were going to choose, you two were going to choose Noki because you were in the middle.
Of what, sorry?
Neither of you had picked her as a thing.
Understand that the most. Like, what I'm saying is feeling like you've let people down without even knowing that there was people to let down.
Yeah, but you let Tom...
You feel like the way you felt the other night where you feel like you'd really let Tom down, but you didn't know that that's what was about to happen. That's how I feel right now, like... I've let people down, but I didn't even know.
I think they felt
like
the whole
thing. If Tom does think that, like, well, I know he doesn't.
I think it's pretty obvious, right? That what I've gathered is that the two of them have been locked up, right? The main reason that Jenkin was nominated by 4 people was, well, obviously you said to his face you don't even like him. That's fine. I'm not going to judge you for your reason.
All right.
Like, you said about the mood. You said about the mood.
Yeah.
And you witnessed the mood being locked in a room. So a lot of it stems from that. So that is that kind of mood is the reason that he was nominated. But with Tom, like, I think it's pretty obvious that the two of them have decided that it should have been Tom in my position and not me. So it just feels like they were almost wanting to, like, live through me. But how could I have been like, realistically, I've lost of my really tight friends in here, I've lost every single one of them bar Noki. So, like...
And we've been on the rocks.
And as a 5, we were all getting on really well, so I don't understand what they mean when they're saying we're disappointed there's no bitching. How could you have bitched about people in a group of 5? If I bitched to you about one of them, it would get back to them.
100%.
Like, we've done everything as a 5, and it's been actually really nice.
The dynamic changes when it gets to that number.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just does. It just becomes...
It kind of feels like they were on the other side of a screen, watching, wanting to live through me, and I've let them down in that sense without even knowing that I was letting them down. And I think what they're trying to, like, kind of... The vibe I'm getting is that if it was Tom here, it wouldn't have been such a happy clappy singing and he would have caused trouble. But Tom's not a troublemaker, so that's not
But then at the same time, like, he did kind of, like, I get it because he kept a grudge. He kept up Paul's ghost with me in his relationship.
Yeah.
So maybe he would have continued that kind of vibe for that sake. But, like, you're not like that, and we talked about that yesterday, and that's one of the bits of your charm, that you can separate yourself from your friends whilst still being a loyal friend. And I think that's not a crime.
Yeah, but, like, it's like a weird feeling because I was already feeling, like, guilty for you having to feel the way that you were feeling, guilty that I watched Tom walk out the door and that I was still here. So then when, like, you feel like you've let people down, like, it just re-emphasises the guilt that I'm already feeling and, like, the imposter syndrome that I'm feeling.
I think also they knew from the well, they had in their minds from the get-go that they weren't coming back in here. So they were peeved about that. They didn't want to stay. And so they've not had time to process that eviction. And so what they were saying...
At the situation,
what they were saying...
deflecting their anger onto me. To be honest, that is how I feel.
And so they were highly sensitive to anything you said.
Yeah, absolutely. You were held up to, like, stupid standards. And the thing is, you're a resilient person. And to be resilient, sometimes you do have to, like, pause some feelings or, like, not express them in order for you to survive. And for you to survive amongst people that you've not really spent time with very much in this house, you have to, like, put the effort in to integrate, and that might not look like you're missing your friends, but I know you miss all of your friends, you're so thoughtful for all of them.
It's not like I need to make much of an effort.
You get on with everyone.
I literally sat and said last night I could never have stood up and nominated you. Like, I couldn't have done that to you. I could never have done that to Yinrun. So, like, my only options, realistically,
was me and you left.
Were who I chose, and I was in a privileged position that I knew that we were going to do.
And then in the end, me and Jordan nominated you anyway, so it was shots fired back.
Exactly, so there was no, like, real, like, hatred in any of that. So I don't understand what they're talking about when they're like, oh, there's a lack of bitching. I don't hate a single person.
And that's how Yinrun lives her life, and she's happy.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, so I didn't want that to...
Both of them say that.
That's what they were thinking. They were like, oh, we've been suspicious about her.
Oh, really?
But
I feel much better now.
Why?
Because I always question why I couldn't get along with them.
Yes.
I thought it's my issue. I thought it is me. I can't get along. I even think that maybe a reflection to me, like I couldn't get involved into the society.
Because they think it's quite strange how people in the house kind of pander to you, if you know what I mean.
What does that mean?
So overly nice and like, oh, it's Yinrun, oh.
I was, I was curious about that as well.
Yes.
But now I know how they feel. I truly understand why we can't get along.
Yes, so that's good. It's clarity for you, isn't it?
Yes, thank you.
No, I don't say it to be the bringer of bad news. Just to explain.
No, you are just telling me what happened. You are not.
And I thought, right, let's see Yinrun from the clips I've got. I know her really well, but let's just see what they've got to say.
Yes.
Because I'm stuck with them in a room, but I couldn't see it.
Thank you. I'm quite childish because I enjoy.
But you have so much fun.
Seeing the world in a simple way rather than over complicated it.
And you're just curious, aren't you? As we said in the past.
Yes.
And you and your boyfriend, you both seem similar in that sense, and you're happy.
Yes.
But that was just making them uncertain.
I feel. Thank you.
No. You don't need to thank me. Bringing bad news, but maybe that answers some questions.
Yeah, it really answers some question of mine. Thank you. I'm so glad you're back.
Well,
I know you are
to
the
be
final.
there.
I told you that day we were sitting on the settee. I said that I can see. I can't see. I just can't see you are not in final.
Oh, well, I'm here.
Yes.
I didn't like seeing evicted, but...
I know.
And that was the closest I've been to giving up in this house, but still here. Because it was exhausting. Oh.
I believe that you can sleep on your bed now.
I know. I'm
tonight.
bloody glad. I miss my bed.
Is there anything more? Is there?
Those past 2 days has really bonded us.
But we were all... Like,
but she is her though.
like
I know. You're yourself.
And it's a very.
And there was a lot of shit that they all sat outside a lot of the time at that and I wasn't ever really involved in those conversations, like, but I don't think that made me any, like, not less of their friend, but, like, I am my own person.
Yeah.
And I think what they wanted to do, like you said, they wanted me to be their ambassador. They wanted to live through me and were expecting me to behave in a way that they wanted me to behave. And I've let them down in a sense. As in that you would have carried on the group divide and you would have sat alone and then while we would have all sat in there. And like, what Sat would just knock and ostracise myself, even though when they were still here, I work out with you all the time.
And you have a close relationship
together all the time. I've got a relationship with him. Me and you're actually quite pally nowadays. So why would I have ostracised myself?
Just because you said some stuff in the past a couple of weeks ago.
To keep them happy. I don't understand that.
I really... There is something we've met.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just very shocking, and we just said bye.
Yeah, despite everything.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Bye.
I hugged Henry twice. And
I know, but it was, yeah. But then, and I remember I even hugged Tom twice. It was so, because then at the end I was like, oh my God, such a. But we were just like, goodbye.
Well, hello. Still here. You didn't get rid of me that easily.
Words and both.
I didn't like that finger game when you said Jordan.
Smorden. It wasn't Jordan thing. It was Smorden.
Qualities that you're able to come back from that situation, whereas other people would have thought, get it. Also, Tom shows loyalty in a different way that you do. I think loyalty means icing someone out because they had a situation with his friend, which is what he did with me.
Myself for the benefit of people who aren't even here.
That's the difference between the two of you, and that's why you're sat here and he's not. So you can't allow that to be like something that you have to do. You don't need to do that. What we've all said, you've said it to me so many times, that your friends have kept going out, kept going out, kept going out.